There is a choice that will be made by you in the very near future as waves of energy stream into your field in this auspicious time. A choice to claim an ability to ride a wave, to raise your frequency, your spirit self to a much more developed, harmonized beingness is upon us. There is nothing truly hidden. I've been speaking of this in the last few videos. Everything has always been in plain sight, but if you are bombarded with blocks and obstacles in your energetic field, then you might not be able to see it. One of the greatest gifts of Ho'oponopono is to clear, cut, sever, and release all those blocks and obstacles around you. And right now, we have already surpassed the awakening. We are upon the greatest purification that has ever happened on this planet. How to respond to what is presently happening right now will be much easier from a cleaner, filtered spirit self. Those patterns and memories are always there. If you go back 100 years, you will see that Henry Ford came out with a Model T. And he only had specific colors. First he had black, and then I think he added another color. Here we have Musk, who has a T, Model T Tesla. We have had war almost simultaneously at the same times. We have had famine, destruction, parties fighting against each other, especially in the West. This is a memory that is being constantly repeated. But if you're not aware that just like the memories that you hold that are being constantly repeated, there are also ones constantly repeated around you. One of the most beautifulest things that I was able to do early on is clean the programming before Ho'oponopono, was to cut off all that which was coming into my field, meaning applications, AI, telephone, apps, social media, all different kind of TV formats. Just cut them off completely. Cut them off and begin to vibrate with the natural field around you, which is outdoors, which is in nature, which is in the cosmos. This was one of the most powerful things I have ever done. And even now, there are things that happened to me back then that I have tried to mimic because it was so magical. And I know that is perhaps not a good thing to do because we don't want to just constantly be looking for magic, but it was just automatically there. That's the whole thing. It's automatically there all the time, but we're being bombarded and blocked. Now, these choices that are coming upon us all, as you can see, we're being shown that there's two sides in this reality. And Morna Simeona, always in her prayers, if you listen to her speak in Hawaiian, she always addressed the polarity with Ku and Hina. And why she did this is because she was vibrating towards the middle, towards harmony. What Ho'oponopono does is it takes you from an individual self and it vibrates you higher to oneness. True aloha. Take care of the land take care of you. Fa'a Samoan way. Kai tekianga. These are all Polynesian statements of oneness, that we are all a part of one greater thing. This planet is alive, and we are to care for it. Community, together, family, ancestors, relatives, not as an individual, but as a group consciousness. To community, to family, relatives, and ancestors. And that is why when you start to delve deep into the teaching, you will not be walking around saying, I love you, please forgive me, I'm sorry, and thank you. Although it has its purpose during a rhythm and time, right now, if you are wanting to rise above this wave that's happening right now, please do yourself a favor and learn this teaching, because it is a calibration in itself. You don't need to do mantras. Those will come later, because this teaching will vibrate you to harmony, balance, and the middle path. Because in the words, there's a special recipe, a recipe that Moana was given by the heavens. Everything that comes forward in this reality is approved and gifted above. And she received this permission, this honor to bring this forward to us. And this will help purify your soul, your spirit. So, what I want to say to you, brothers and sisters, is the time is actually happening now. And one of the reasons that I am careful in not just creating videos just for the heck of it is I'm trying to make sure that I am communing with spirit. Meditation is so important. Introspection is so important, to study and examine your words and your feelings, because there is a right time for everything. Exhausted, tired, then that's the spirit. We can't be in this physical beingness without nurturing our spirit. And that's what's been lost over this past 100 years. As many of us have been taught that we're just this physical body, which we are not. It's just a vessel to interact in this 3D existence. But in this 3D existence, there's polarity. In the higher frequencies, which we are all being pulled up towards, we will have a choice to go in that direction. And in that frequency is oneness of all life, community, family, relatives, ancestors, all that is. The monad, the higher self, is not one separate being that is with you. It is a part of the many. So I just want to testify to the fact that everything has its cycle and rhythm. And when Moana gives thanks at the end of the 12 steps, a part of that rhythm even more right now, things that she was calling towards us, allowing us to give reverence, grace, awe to, is with you, is upon you. One of the blessings that I will testify to through this teaching is that I received my name, my real name, through this teaching. And all I can tell you is this is something that's not really being talked about. This is an ancient rule that you must know your name, because your name is truly attached to both dark and light in this 3D reality. And when you know your true name and you insert it into the true teachings of Pono Pono, those ancestors, relatives, higher forces, Amakuas, angels, divine creator will be meeting you at this juncture to raise you up, to help you. You must know your name and you must speak your name and make sure that this name is what is being used in this 3D reality, because it is a gift and it will help you. I have been on here long enough, but I just want to say how blessed I am, how blessed we are to share in this teaching. Mahalo, talofa. Peace be with you all.